Hello guys, welcome back to your channel, 1000 Manga Recap. In the last episode, Li Ruobing came to meet Menglan. Now, let's dive into what happens next. Wu Chen smiles warmly, sorry to keep you two waiting. Li Ruobing looks absolutely stunning, turning heads. Song, clearly confused, says, Senior, you're here. Who is this lovely lady with you? Wu Chen grins, weren't you going to treat her to dinner? This is my girlfriend, Li Ruobing. Wu Chen then introduces, Ruobing, let me introduce you. This is schoolmate Song Xiansong, and this is Miss and Menglan. Song, nervous and puzzled, thinks to himself, eh? She's Senior's girlfriend? She's so young. Menglan looks at Li Ruobing, is it just a coincidence you have the same name and surname, or are you from the Li family? Li Ruobing, shaking hands, says, Missin, nice to meet you. Yes, it's the Li family you're thinking of. Menglan responds, oh, Miss Li, hello. Li Ruobing turns to Song, Miss Song, you still remember me, right? We spoke over the phone the other day. Song, nervously, yes, I remember. Your voice and tone are the same. Wu Chen interjects, let's place our order, I'm starving. Song, feeling more relaxed, says, okay, Senior. Someone makes a call to Wu Yurong, boss, Miss and Menglan and Mr. Wu Chen are having dinner with Miss Li Ruobing. Wu Yurong instructs, keep an eye on them, don't let them cause any trouble. I'll be there shortly. Wu Yurong, thinking aloud, I understand Xiansong and Menglan talking about music all night, but what's this about dinner with Li Ruobing? I need to check this out. Menglan, excitedly, Miss Li, the song Mr. Wu posted online was amazing. Calling him a genius is no exaggeration. If he debuts as a singer, he'll become very popular. Li Ruobing, raising her glass, is that so? Dear. Come on, cheers. We have to celebrate this. Menglan, more serious, actually, Miss Li, I invited you to dinner to discuss this. If Mr. Wu joins our company, we'll give him the best resources. Li Ruobing, sipping her drink, if you want to sign him, just ask him. We have nothing to discuss about this. Wu Chen firmly, I already said, I won't debut. Menglan, concerned, Miss Li, I'm not sure if Mr. Wu is worried about your opinion, so I thought. Li Ruobing cuts in, because of me? No, he just doesn't want to enter the entertainment industry. Menglan, curious, Mr. Wu, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do now? Wu Chen calmly, I work as an assistant at Ruobing's company. Menglan, taken aback, you work as an assistant for Miss Li? Wu Chen nods, yes. Menglan blinks, trying to process this. Wu Chen stands up, excuse me for a moment, I'll be going to the restroom. Menglan, concerned, Mr. Wu not entering the music industry is a great loss for him and the industry. Miss Li, if you care about him, you should advise him to have his own career. Li Ruobing, assertively, if I controlled him, I wouldn't be here discussing this with you. Li Ruobing continues, Missin, though we've known each other briefly, why do I feel you have feelings for Mr. Wu? Menglan, blushing, feelings? Miss Li, you misunderstand. I'm just appreciating his talent. Li Ruobing, teasing, is that so? Then when are you planning to sleep with him? Menglan, flustered and embarrassed, thinks, this Li Ruobing is outrageous. Song, nervously, Senior's girlfriend is very scary. Menglan, upset, I don't know why you would ask such a rude question, but it's inappropriate. Li Ruobing, smirking, and having so many bodyguards at the door is polite? Trying to scare me, are you? Song, tearfully, Miss Li. The bodyguards are my fault. They're for me. I'm sorry, I apologize. Li Ruobing, dismissively, the adults are speaking. Children shouldn't interrupt. Li Ruobing continues, Missin, since you think so highly of my Mr. Wu, when are you planning to meet him? Friends, we all deserve such girlfriends. Menglan, standing her ground, I came here to talk about a contract and his debut, not to get involved with him. Especially since we just met today. I don't know if it's that you don't trust others or just worry too much. We see the tension rising. Li Ruobing, bluntly, let's be honest. I'll ask again, are you sure you don't want to be with him? Menglan, indignant, how absurd. I'm absolutely sure. Li Ruobing, skeptical, I don't believe you. My Mr. Wu is very popular with women. Since you're being stubborn, let's make a bet. Menglan, intrigued, what are you betting on? Li Ruobing, challenging, how about betting on whether you'll fall in love with Wu Chen within a month? What do you say? Wu Chen, confused, huh? Sister Rong? Wu Yurong, angry, what is Xiansong doing having dinner with Li Ruobing? There can't be any problem between them. Wu Chen, reassuring, nothing will happen. Xiansong just misunderstood, thinking a wealthy woman is taking care of me. Wu Yurong, surprised, me? taking care of you? What's the issue with Li Ruobing? When did Xinsong find out? Wu Chen, explaining, Sister Rong, Xinsong thought Li Ruobing was taking care of me. Wu Yurong, frustrated, I get it now. You're at it again. With so many games, why did you fall for Menglan? Wu Chen, firm, Sister Rong, stop this nonsense. Missin and I just met today. Suddenly, Wu Yurong's expression changes, bastard, just play along. You go back to the private room first, I'll follow later. Humph. Wu Chen returns, What's wrong with you all? Miss Song, what's going on? Song turns, nervous. Song, stammering, SE, senior, and... Menglan, straightforward, Miss Li wants to bet on whether I'll fall in love with you, and she also wants to know when I plan to sleep with you. Wu Chen, curious, are there conditions to this bet? Menglan, serious, yes, if I lose, I have to kneel in public and apologize to Miss Li. Wu Chen smiles and says, you guys are really that bored? Li Ruobing teases, bored? I was just giving a friendly reminder. She continues, you know nothing of Mr. Wu's uncanny affinity with women. If you want to win, you'd better refrain from meeting each other for this month from now on. Menglan thinks, this woman is going to great lengths to prevent me from meeting Mr. Wu, but I won't fall for her tricks. Menglan says, even if Mr. Wu doesn't want to debut, we still have the collaboration with Miss Song Xian for her music and lyrics. How is it possible not to meet? I believe our cooperation will be pleasant, but this is as far as it will go. What do you think, Mr. Wu? Wu Chen responds, well, here's to a pleasant cooperation. Song nervously says, let's eat. The dishes are getting cold now. Wu Yurong suddenly appears, it's so lively in here. Miss Li, why didn't you tell me you were having dinner with my daughter? Li Ruobing thinks, here comes the trouble. Menglan thinks, Miss Song's mother? What is she doing here? Song, hugging her mom, asks, Mom, why are you here? Wu Yurong replies, what? Am I not welcomed? She continues, oh, Xiao Wu is here as well. Wu Chen says, hello, Miss Wu. Li Ruobing looks jealous. Wu Yurong says, Missin, we meet again. Song says, Mom, sit over here. Wu Yurong slowly asks, tell me, besides signing the contract, what else are you discussing? Song, slowly, Senior's girlfriend is betting on whether Missin will have sex with Senior. Wu Yurong thinks, Li Ruobing and her little tricks. However, things won't be fun without these little tricks. Wu Yurong says, come on, let's have a drink together. Wishing Missin, Xinsong, and Xiao Wu a smooth cooperation. Everyone cheers. 2 hours later, Song gets drunk. Song says, Mom, Senior, it seems I've gotten drunk. Wu Yurong says, Xinsong, the driver will take you back so you can rest. Mom will join you later. Song, while leaving, says, Missin, Senior, take care. I'll be leaving first. We'll discuss the music some other time. Li Ruobing thinks, Wu Yurong is suddenly sending her daughter away? Isn't she going to cause trouble? As soon as Song leaves, Wu Yurong comes closer to Wu Chen and starts kissing him. Li Ruobing thinks, I knew it, this crazy woman. Menglan, surprised, thinks, Miss Song's mother is kissing Mr. Wu? What kind of divine development is this? And her posture suggests she's marking her territory. In her imagination, she thinks, previously, it was Li Ruobing's inexplicable behavior, and now it's Song Xuansong's mother's exaggerated show of affection. From the moment I met Mr. Wu, I knew something was wrong with him. Wu Chen asks, Sister Rong, what are you doing? Wu Yurong smiles and replies, what's going on? Can I kiss you, little husband? Li Ruobing looks jealous and angry. Wu Yurong says, Xinsong left already, right? Don't worry, she won't find out. Menglan, surprised, thinks, little husband? And by the looks of things, it seems Miss Li knows about their relationship. Li Ruobing says, Missin. Menglan, distracted, apologies, I got distracted. Sorry. Li Ruobing says, I told you before, my Mr. Wu has a particularly untoward relationship with the opposite sex. Menglan thinks, business talks also involve some paranormal ability. Once the contract is signed, I'll have to keep my distance from Mr. Wu. Wu Yurong thinks, it seems the effect I wanted has been achieved. And Menglan, through my reminder, should be more vigilant, and the time it would have taken to get close to Wu Chen will exceed a month. Li Ruobing, I really want to see how you lose. The next day, Menglan wakes up. She says, while opening the window, empty your mind, feel the world, let's write a melody or lyrics. Half an hour later, Menglan says, ugh, I can't seem to write anything. She thinks about Wu Chen. She says, what the hell is going on? Why is Mr. Wu Chen the only thing I can think of? It's better to schedule a meeting with him to talk about music and collaboration so that I won't have any wild thoughts while working. She blushes and says, but he seems, really, maybe, very dangerous. She thinks, so should I give up on the cooperation? She says, don't. Why should I have to give up? I have a clear conscience, what is there to be afraid of? His chaotic private life is his business, it has nothing to do with me. I just want a collaboration with him in music, that's all. Scene shifts. Lee Ruobing is applying makeup. She says, dear, Xingying and I have made an appointment to go shopping together. What do you think? Wu Chen says, you guys should go have fun. I have something to do today. Lee Ruobing asks, what's going on? You're not going to say it's a Menglan, are you? Wu Chen says, yes, it's her. Lee Ruobing turns and says, she's so confident that she still wants to contact you? Didn't Wu Yurong pull that stunt to make her keep her distance from you yesterday? Wu Chen, showing his phone, says, it's nothing. Look, she's calling. Lee Ruobing says, you seem to know her very well. Wu Chen smiles and says, have you forgotten that I'm an information broker? Lee Ruobing says, fine, you're amazing. You can play on your own. I'll go find Xingying. We see Menglan. Wu Chen says, hello. Menglan says, Mr. Wu, I think your collaboration with Miss Song Xian's lyrics and song is too indirect and poses some operational risks. You should directly sign a contract with my company. Wu Chen, sitting, says, well, it's possible, but we don't understand each other yet. If I offer an incredible price and terms, you might not be willing to agree to it. Menglan asks, and by incredible, you mean? Wu Chen explains, for example, if I set up a studio and Miss takes 50% share of the company's name, you can make a well purchase of my studio and exchange the equity. How about that? Menglan, surprised, says, huh? Although the company under my name is not linked to my family, its value is still over 3 billion yuan. Mr. Wu, you are joining the company as a songwriter, and you dare to claim 50% of the shares? Mr. Wu, if you want to refuse my offer, just say it directly. This kind of joke, huh? Menglan smiles and thinks, sure enough, he's not on my mind while at work. Seems like I was just overthinking this morning. If you like my video, please share and subscribe.